It started with a blurry screen grab. The report was then made public. The name of Chrisean Jr. is involved in a serious medical controversy. Everyone is curious about what was in that baby's system after hearing the word Drive 6. Fans were shocked when leaked documents allegedly related to Chrisean Rock's baby boy began to circulate online. The reports were harsh, unsupported, and ambiguous. Then the murmur came out. Toxicological testing, child warning signs, and investigations that no one wants to be engaged with are all connected to the term Drew 6. Within a few hours, social media was widely used. As screenshots, anonymous texts, and a voice message from a nurse were released, her words surprised even the most loyal fans. The real inquiry, though, is whether the assertion was factual or if someone was trying to undermine Chrisean by using her child as an armament. Because the reasons behind the leak are more twisted than anyone could have imagined. A war, family strife, custody disputes, threats, silence, a tree, and a possible cover-up. Be prepared to have your preconceived notions about Chrisean, Blueface, and what's truly happening behind the cameras challenged by what you're about to hear. And if that report's information is true, someone will be going to jail. Chrisean life has been a slow-motion train wreck since the start. But it was more than a catastrophe. It was not cooked. Her journey from underground athlete to viral reality celebrity was filled with tears, blows, and bloody Instagram lives. However, Chrisean's pregnancy altered everything. Well, it ought to have her repeatedly on and off. The war of Blueface has already been ruined. Timelines, but the fans had one hope left. Maybe this baby can calm her down. And for a minute, it seemed to do so. Even though she posted prenatal photos, twerked with a baby bump, and talked about rebuilding and becoming a better version of herself, the internet never forgot the smoking, the arguments, and the public altercations during her pregnancy. At a party, she was shown tripping while intoxicated in the widely circulated video. Even though bystanders were shocked and condemned, no one took action. Following Chrisean Jr.'s birth, images emerged. Chrisean, wearing hospital wristbands, holds the baby. Even though she was crying, fans could tell something was wrong immediately. Her interviews were uneven. He was too heavy for her. Without a car seat, she got to the hospital. Her admission that she hadn't bought formula was made on video. They were worried and outraged, but nothing could have prepared them for what was going to happen. 2 months after the birth of Junior, a video surfaced. Chrisean, there was the sound of a baby crying in the distance. On the bedside table, supporters reported seeing a bottle of Henny. CPS calls started coming in. The clap was reciprocated by her. Take care of your business. All okay, sweetheart. But no one was taking it seriously. Then, suddenly, the alleged medical report was posted to a gossip blog by someone claiming to be a pediatric registered nurse from Los Angeles. The screenshot showed Chrisean Malone Jr.'s name, Adobe, and a group of poison experts. One word has a red circle around it. It burst as soon as Drew 6 picked up the post. Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit are all sharing the same question. What exactly is Drew 6? Some have said it's a code for opioids. According to some, it's a medical tag for exposure to chemical exposure. Others said it meant the child had withdrawal symptoms from birth. This was followed by a voice memo allegedly from a nurse who was directly aware of the infant's condition. There were tremors, high-pitched cries, and little appetite when they first came. I knew it. I have seen that before. I can't keep quiet, but I can't say much either. It was possible to prevent this. The internet, I believe, went insane. If this is the case, Chrisean needs to be arrested. Blueface must obtain custody. At the moment, the poor baby. He did not desire any of this. While all was going on, Blueface's mother, Chrisean, went on an Instagram rage. I have been saying that she is unstable. You all thought I was a bigot. You have influence, and my grandchild is at risk. But here's where things become complicated. All of it was refuted by Chrisean. She screamed and sobbed as she went uncontrollably live. They're trying to take my child away. It is a fake report. Instead of believing me, will you people believe? A screenshot? Blueface is the toxic one, not me. She further claimed that the nurse who made the recording public was just a hate monger trying to make a name for herself. But fans saw something out of the ordinary. The one that a watermark and hospital logo from a respectable children's facility in California were included in the report. It is therefore a pretty good fake dot if it is a fake. If the charges are accurate, Chrisean may also lose custody. The question now is, who leaked it? Why now? And is this the beginning of a bigger plan to ruin Chrisean? However, someone very close to her took a step that drastically altered the situation, and they have receipts that no one anticipated. While fans were still arguing over whether or not the leaked medical report was real, a voice entered the discussion. But it wasn't a blogger's. There was no Blueface. Not even Carlisa was present. She was Chrisean's oldest sister, indeed, the same Teshi who had been quiet for months. Ever since she nearly got into a fight with Chrisean at 321 am on a live feed last year, her Instagram stories stunned the fanbase. You people are constantly questioning whether the report is real. Ask the social worker why she came to the house twice. Boom, one dot. The internet exploded. Wait a moment. Tessie confirms it? No, she exposed her own sister in this way. It became really real. A live screen capture from TikTok went viral in 15 minutes. Tessie, don't wear makeup. Put on your hoodie, puffy eyes. She was angry too. I remain here. Retain no more quiet. I did my best to protect her. I advised her to calm down. I begged her to take this mom thing seriously. No, a fucking collapse is what you people love. The secret was then disclosed by her. She left the kid with one of her young friends and took a 3-day flight to Miami. Not even a diaper box was left full. That baby has the same ones. Her fans were in disbelief, but she wasn't done yet. She knew they were watching her. A new CPS flagged her after the hospital stay. Dot admitted that the claim was accurate, saying, "It's cool, my fans got me." They won't believe anything, bro. There was an uncanny silence in the comment area. Next, she played a voicemail that allegedly belonged to Chrisean. It was definitely her voice. Steer clear of the nurse's asterisk. I have lawyers. They can't show me what's mine and what's not. If they come, I'll just take them back to Baltimore. They are unable to distinguish between what is mine and what is not. The internet became popular. Discussions on Reddit analyzed every second of the audio. TikTokers did dramatic reenactments. Tessie posted a brief, grainy video that was clearly a covert recording after bloggers rushed to verify the voice. The date stamp was issued 1 week prior to the alleged medical breach. Chrissy, a man in her bedroom who is not on camera. Uncertain voice, a baby may be heard screaming in the background. Man, will you feed him or not? Crying. He's doing fine. He is no longer there. Stop eventually. Man, it's been 3 hours. Chrisean, I'm trying to smoke first. A lot of stress is on me. Wait a minute, now let the gasping start. Let the rage begin. As her baby screamed, she went to smoke. She admitted to moving states to get around CPS. This is not even a mess. This is against the law. Naturally, Blueface, who had recently been released from prison, took to Twitter in the interim. I made an effort to inform you. Even though my son is trapped in a trap crib without milk, you guys still put up with her morons. A fan asked, so go get him then. Blueface replied, working on it? The attorney remarked, this leak might be what is necessary. Which Blueface is asking for complete custody of? According to insiders, yes. Some individuals connected to Blueface's camp claim that he has already completed emergency custody paperwork. Additionally, the court will re-examine it in a week, due to safety concerns brought up by the media. But here's the real kicker. In the leaked story, an anonymous nurse from the actual hospital told a gossip blog something horrible. There was a positive talk screen. We just weren't allowed to tell anyone else who was real. It has now been verified. Chrisean Jr. was born with something in his system. And there is only one interpretation of that. The report never revealed the twist, the real twist. Even though someone at the hospital was watching over Chrisean, they nevertheless let her go with the baby. There is an ongoing investigation into the same hospital. It's not just about Chrisean's anymore. It's about the system that allowed her to do so and the reasons they kept it quiet. When you thought things couldn't get any worse, the name of another child was spoken and it may change the case's outcome forever. While the world was still in shock over the gruesome bedroom footage and Tasaki's voicemail being made public, another bomb dropped in silence. And none could have predicted the origin of this one. An anonymous Reddit post titled, "I worked at the same hospital" covers topics outside Christianity. At first, they thought it was fanfiction, another cloud following the viral fad. They later released heavily filtered publications, though. A pair of papers, one with a case tag at the bottom and another with the words "Patient Unnamed Male Infant," which are identical to those of Christian Jr. Drew 6MX observation hold status. Dismissed in defiance of staff recommendations. It was blowing up in the comment area. Wait a moment. They tried to grab hold of the baby. What does Malik mean? Why was the staff overridden? On it, bloggers jumped. Nurses jumped into the threads. Someone claiming to be a pediatric doctor came up with a horrifying theory. DRU6 is the drug's categorization code. MLX, however, is an internal acronym for suspected abuse for which there is no recognized reason. There were suddenly multiple infants that tested positive for exposure. Someone was pulling threads in an attempt to conceal it. Next came the name of Angela, a social worker allegedly involved in multiple approvals for neonatal discharge. They flagged Drew. Reddit investigators found her LinkedIn. TikTokers linked her name to data from public hospitals. In a startling twist, it was also discovered that she had approved 4 identical instances in the 2 years prior, one of which included the child of another influencer. According to Wing insiders, Angela had become the go-to fixer for reality stars and celebrities who sought to swiftly stop medical problems. People suddenly started to question how many other infants were getting a good night's sleep, tagged and ignored. Is Drew 6 being suppressed with hush money? Was it just Chrissy who was being protected? Then came the second child. A nurse using a burner account sent an enigmatic statement. Christian is not the only person with children linked to Drew 6. This year, one of her friends, a model from her social circle, carried the same flag. After having a daughter, Keys left Los Angeles in the same way that Christian did. Investigators found a paper trail that led to other quiet discharges as they delved deeper. Same hospital, same coded classification, same internal reviewer. Angela, the situation was quickly spiraling out of hand. Child protection agencies started asking for an audit. Medical boards provided access to internal reviews. The term DRU6 started to trend on X when there were more than 2 million impressions in 48 hours. Meanwhile, enraged, Blueface went live. "I understand that my child was almost arrested, but was eventually freed. Man, I'm going back to court. I was granted permission to sue IDGF. Amber Rose even took over. It's not even a slight, but if doctors are overruled and babies are born exposed, we deserve reasons." But on Instagram, Chrisean posted a photo of herself having a good time on a yacht. No caption, only the location tag Tulum, Mexico. The remarks, "In Tulum pushed you even though CPS is on your back. Where is Junior? This is not savagery. It's disgusting." Next, influencer mother Jada Lee revealed an enigmatic story. "You all keep playing with them. Drew 6 tags aren't real. Just wait for that video to leak." The next slide. A screen grab of a security film that appears to be time-stamped from a hospital nursery. The caption reads, "One of them didn't make it." If the video is real, there may have been a second baby involved in this incident, which is why the internet went down. She still hasn't given you the truth. They didn't make it either. Theories swirled, fingers pointed. Everyone was looking for answers, but one question was more important than the others. What the devil's going on in that hospital? Here, drama isn't the only thing. The clock is ticking. And Christian might not be the only one caught in the blast as the DRU6 hashtag spread widely and the conspiracy theory became unmanageable. Twitter X became an actual battleground. Supporters of Christianity called it a smear attempt. This is how you're dragging a black mother while people like Blueface get away with it. Postpartum depression is a legitimate illness. You guys want to cancel her rather than assist her, but the critics were harsh. She's not a mother, she's dangerous. I don't care how well known she is. If that baby tested positive, it's over. Even after you guys canceled .baby, you continue to back these hypocrites. On TikTok, it was no better. Several designers released detailed analyses, audio samples, and stage adaptations of the leaked voice memos. One viral creative even created a fake courtroom drama called CPS versus Christian, the DRU6 trial. 5 were taken out. 4 million views in 10 hours. However, YouTube commentary outlets struggled to post often enough. The DRU6 chronology provided an explanation of what actually happened in the nursery. Recently, Chrisean's and his baby daddy's dispute escalated. According to those with knowledge of the situation, even well-known blogs like Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and Onsite started to write on it gingerly, using phrases like allegedly unconfirmed reports. The stunner then showed up. The unfiltered 6-minute voice note that Blueface's mother, Chrisean, left on her close friend's phone was, of course, released. She smiled when I asked her directly, was he detoxing? And remarked, the moment I saw that baby in person, I knew something wasn't right. He was shaking, his eyes darting everywhere. I cracked out. My son had a breakdown when I told him, get that baby out of there before it's too late. Now the world sees what I saw months ago. She said, this isn't hate. This is protection. Chrisean immediately gained popularity. Chrisean had a point. Celebrities started taking sides in the hashtag Justice for the Baby and Protect Chrisean NGR debate, which has left fans split. I love Chrisean, but this Drew's 6 mess is beyond TV. Tokyo Vanity posted on Twitter. You guys love to drag black women. In crisis, babies being used for content, y'all sick. The streets knew chaos was coming. Didn't ask to be born into it. Bobby Lights went one step further and posted a picture of himself holding a stack of printed reports with the caption, don't worry. If that baby is being hurt, we have to speak up, said Saucy Santana in response to the clapback. OutTDRU6 is more than just a code, no filter. It's a cover-up. Supporters begged him to go live, and requests to formally involve CPS started to emerge. Blueface made reference to AA motion for immediate full custody, and a restraining order was filed within 48 hours. I don't know what's real, but Charlamagne Tha God even said on The Breakfast Club, this may be the most repulsive celebrity parenting scenario we've witnessed in 10 years. But someone is going to jail if even half of it is true. But Chrisean remained oddly quiet. Fans started to worry when she wrote, Thagon handle everything they tried to ruin, in black and white on her account. Was she all right? Was it her remorse that caused her to disappear? Has the infant already been taken? A fresh, hazy parking lot video surfaced just when it looked like things couldn't get much weirder. Put the baby in the damn car seat, Chrisean. A man's voice cries 2 weeks ago as she spills a bottle, picks it up, and kicks a car door while Chrissy off camera screams at someone while holding the baby. She responds, he doesn't need it. We're not making much progress. The 11-second footage was enough since a Los Angeles Superior Court emergency family division was established by a leaked document with Dow's seal on it following days of back and forth, viral videos, voice notes, and unrelenting speculation. Someone had recently disclosed court documents that may make all the difference, and people were demanding intervention rather than just talking about custody. Blueface, whose real name is Jonathan Jamal Porter, has been making the rounds on Blueface, whose real name is Jonathan Jamal Porter, has been making the rounds on Reddit and X with a plea for emergency custody. The letter demands an immediate hearing within 72 hours, describes stable living conditions and alleged substance exposure at birth, and includes viral recordings of several witnesses alleging maltreatment. As supplemental proof. Even more startling is the fact that the document includes an unredacted genuine doe and a verified toxicological panel. Verified that the umbilical cord sample included trace amounts of alcohol metabolites, THC, and benzodiazepines. Substances were in the baby's system during birth. It's official. No more speculation. For hours, there were no fresh tweets, TikToks, Chrisean Response, or even a single Blueface's remark, and the internet froze. The manager of Quack 100 and Loud Mom Kisa usually went live, and he was very serious. We now have evidence that this girl needed treatment, as I told you years ago. Do you believe the state has vanished? Ignore that. It's going down, I see. You believe this to be hip-hop and love. Oh, this Buddha in a real courtroom is amazing. They already picked up the baby, which is why she's quiet. What about that? Last night, CPS showed up. Keep quiet. No cameras. A teaser video is released. VH1 sluggish soon, dark screen. Chrisean Rock will talk next week. There is a single flashing frame. They wish to avoid creating a commotion. Until the hearing, the infant remains in state custody. Death came. Comments were turned off. The identical event was reported on blogs within minutes. Chrisean Jr. was supposedly removed from her custody. And you know what? Nothing has been posted by Chrisean. No live, no tweet, and no denial. The fans are panicking. Chrisean, sitting opposite from a producer, is crying as the screen reads, "They took him, and I didn't even get to kiss him goodbye." Blackness appears on the screen. Everyone is waiting now. Is she going to win him back? Will custody be granted to Blueface? Does Chrisean really have no one left to support her, or is this all a setup? Because everyone is waiting to see what happens next now that the fat baby has left. Now, will you all tell us who is really at fault? Or was this really a helpless mother going through a difficult time in silence, dragged down by the internet before she had a chance to recover? Anarchy? Because listen, this is now a custody dispute rather than gossip if those medical records are real and the baby was seized. In all of this, where is Blueface? He can be found tweeting one moment and fighting his own cases the next. Can we rely on him to be a father full-time? Not to mention Teskey, was this merely retaliation, or do you believe she leaked the report to protect her nephew? Do you believe Chrissy Jr. ought to be kicked out for good? In this disaster, is Blueface the better parent? Above all, do you believe that this story is really over? Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like if you're as startled as we are. And make sure those alerts are turned on because the next update might be the most painful one yet. You already know we'll be back as soon as the shocking interview airs because VH1 hyped it.